wanna go day drinking, way you know just what I'm thinking. Let's go.
Waking up to say
Bonjour.
bonjour,
Bonjour.
bonjour, bonjour.
VanderSports. Welcome back.
We are here. We took last week off because we were in Paris,
In a provincial town.
in the small provincial town of Paris, France. Yes,
Yeah.
we wanted to do a show from there, but then you know what?
Paris happened.
We got Paris'd real hard.
Hard.
Yeah. So now we're back.
We got to experience some sports over there.
Some European sports craze.
You ever hear this thing called, what are they, how do they say?
How do you say?
Football. It's a weird pronunciation of football.
You are so stupid.
It's weird. I don't get it. But it looks like our soccer.
It was crazy.
It looks like our soccer.
Okay, let me.
I think they stole it from us. I'm not kidding. I think they stole it. We had soccer and now they have football. But anyway, there was a Champions League championship game.
Okay, let me set the scene. We are taking our solo days. Terrence is doing his own thing. Beau's doing her own thing. We are going to go. Oh, I don't like this part. We're like, where are we going to meet at? And I said, meet me at this Irish pub.
There's one in every town.
There is. And I'm like, it's going to feel really good to... I was explaining this, like, those places where, like, no matter where you are in the world, if you go to a place like this, you feel at home.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
It's an
your
Irish
name.
pub for us. Can I get a Guinness? Can I get a shot of Jameson? I could be anywhere. But I'm right here. Centered. Yes. I know where I am emotionally.
Guinness, Jameson, you hear that? We use sponsors.
So I tell him to meet me at this spot. Turns out there's two of those spots.
Multiple. And she knows this.
Yes, but I just felt like he would know where I was. We're in the city of love. Like, I felt like he would find me. And my phone was dead, so he couldn't find me via my location. So anyway, I go in this place, and it's, like, pretty empty. And I order us 2 Guinnesses and 2 shots of Jameson. And I'm waiting for my love to arrive. And there's, like, nobody in here. And so when I go to get my tab, I was like, can I just keep it open? And she's like, no, because it's going to be so busy in here. I'm like, okay, you're delusional because there's no one in here at all. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what day it is. So then I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. Little do I know.
Well, we had talked about an Irish pub, one in our neighborhood that she said she was walking back to. Now, our neighborhood, if you've seen John Wick 4, is right there at the top of that.
The top of the stairs.
The sacre coeur. That's where we're staying. And so I'm on my French Revolution walk, listening to Les Mis. I know, two different uprisings. I know. But I'm walking all the way back from the Place de Concorde. I'm just going to hoof it all the way back. And I hoof it all the way up those stairs faster than John Wick fell down them. And I'm going to tell you.
Why were you going so fast?
Because I was going to try to meet my baby. It's before 6 o'clock. We were meeting at 6. I left that area at like 5:34, 5:38. I'm getting there at 5:56.
That's a good chunk of the length of Paris.
I am. So it's from the Seine to the top of Montmartre, and she's not there. I'm like, oh, maybe I beat her. Possible. Trust me. Maybe I just beat her. Maybe she's at the house apartment still. So I get a half pint. I'm like drenched in sweat. It was the hottest day of our stay, I feel like, too. And she's not there. And so I'm like, what is going on? And yeah, her location has been that location for an hour. That's when her phone was going to die. Okay. And I just zoom in, and there's another one of these same named Irish pubs in that area. Now, that area is all the way down the hill. And, I don't know what direction it was, but it was in another direction. Now, it's still like a 10-minute walk from our place. So that's what she's like, oh, this is our area, even though the other one's like in our area.
I just figured again that
Which I
love
would read.
would find you. And while he's up here waiting for me in the wrong spot, I'm like writing notes to myself, like, why is he so late? Why is he so late? Love isn't real. He doesn't care.
And on my walk, there's PSG jerseys everywhere.
And all of a
I'm
sudden,
like, oh, there's a game today. There's definitely a game today.
in the pub, it starts to fill up. And then all of a sudden, there's this girl with this, like, she had a mean face. And she's like, I'm going to watch the door. And I don't know why she sounded like that. But that was like, yeah, she did not sound like that at all. But that was like her vibe. I'm going to watch the door. And this big guy, and they're like
They're
charging at the door. And a sea of people just start walking in. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? And where is Terrence? I was like, he was killed in the streets. Like, where is he at?
And so my phone's about to die.
So then I see him, and I had this thought that, like, when we reunite, he is going to be like, oh my God, my baby, here, I had a great day, I missed you so much.
I was there. I was there at the first place.
Yeah. And then I look out, and now he is sweaty, and he is grimacing, and he is staring me down from the other side of the bouncer.
I didn't even see you. I'm like talking to the bouncer. I'm like, can I just see if this person is in here?
This person, you hear
What?
this? This
No.
person.
God, I don't even know. I'm like, look, my fiance's in there.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure she's in there. I don't know.
And he was an asshole. No, you cannot come in without the money.
And I was like, then I'm just like, fine. And I'm like, I knew it. I didn't have to pay in that one. And I'm just like, this is just, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so then we had to,
So I need a
we had
moment.
to make up, right? And then I felt bad, and then I started crying. And anyway, the point is, we finished these pints, and this place is now crawling with people. Like, it is.
No one's crawling.
There was no one crawling. Everyone is packed in though, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And it turns out
AC Milan, PSG.
it's a major sporting event.
And it was a blowout. All right. It was a blowout. We left at halftime.
It was crazy.
It was, yeah.
We made a new friend. Shout out to Sunny.
Sunny, there you go.
Sunny gave us one of his drink tickets so that we would for us to give him space at the bar.
Yeah.
Now, in my defense for having the wrong location, I had excellent seats.
Yeah, we had 2 bar seats.
We had 2 bars.
2 bar seats.
Wow.
I mean, that's,
And a
just
prime-
call a spade what a spade is. 2 bar seats.
Thought there were other people who were literally putting their beers on the person in front of their backs because they had like nowhere else to go. So we had really good seats.
We did. Really good seats.
The Parisians love, and it probably for all soccer fans, I mean, they love a good chant. There was a lot of like chanting and shouting.
Europeans have a lot more longer chants than the U.S. does
Yeah.
for their sports for sure.
Yeah,
And
so
I guess
that was
that's
fun.
all soccer, right? Like, you know, like, what's that, we're from Philly, fucking Philly, no one likes us,
That's
like,
not a real chant, though.
no,
Is that,
but that's the song that soccer, that's what clubs do, like fans of clubs, they come up with these songs and chants. And that is a Philadelphia Union chant.
who does ole ole?
Oh, I mean, that's like a big sport thing.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's a big soccer thing that everyone, yeah.
I don't remember any of the Paris chants, but it was cool. It was
the
cool
same kind of
to
things.
like be like in the middle of.
Yeah, seeing it. Going on the stairs, fireworks going off all over the city.
Two people died.
They're just like us. 2 people die, 100 people arrested.
Parisians, they're just like us.
Just like us. People celebrate sports. It's a weird emotional connection, which is why we love it. I love it and why we do it. Yeah, and why your partners probably love it. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good time. It's
I
a
didn't
connecting
see the
point.
fireworks on the stairs. I had too many whiskey shots and I was pissed and I went to bed. So I missed the fun part. I missed the fireworks.
All right, moving on. But yeah,
Okay.
that's
That
where
was
we
it?
were.
That was it. Sweet Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Au revoir.
I know. Until next time.
Yeah.
Now what?
Now what? Well, you know, your partner, your sports partner, lover is probably he's going through some withdrawal. They are. NBA and the NHL are ending. We're in the championship.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, I'll be the Zang. And you have. I guess, man, we haven't talked in a long time. The Knicks got bounced by the Pacers. So that's hilarious. New York is still crying over that. They fired their coach.
Damn. It's hard out here for coaches.
Ooh,
I didn't realize
it's
how,
hard out-
like, cutthroat it is.
Man, Black Monday is the Monday after the NFL season. Like, so many coaches get fired.
That is so
The
wild.
day. And so let's see. You had a bunch fired right before the playoffs. And so Thibodeau's gone. He's like the best coach they've had in the last 30 years.
How many do you need to lose to be on the chopping block?
I mean, so what? They lost to the Pacers back-to-back years in the playoffs. He's a grind. Like, he is known to wear his players out, and so they traded away 5 first-round picks for McCall Bridges. So they have 90% of their salary. I'm just throwing that. That's a made-up stat of their salary cap on 6 players, and that's because Tibbs only played 6 people, and you have 15 spots for a reason. And
He wears people down.
and yeah, people are tired, so bada bing, bada boom. Just like Mike Malone, you get the boot, and you just keep laughing at Madison Square Garden, the Mecca.
It's hard for a city like New York to lose to a place like Indiana.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
hard.
for sure. And they have history, with Reggie Miller, and oh my God, I heard the New York sports radio freaking out and saying the Pacers only are relevant because the Knicks, like Tyrese Halliburton, the Knicks made Tyrese Halliburton. They own him, they run him, even though he's kicked them out of the playoffs back-to-back years. They're going through it. New York's going through it. Just listen to it if you want to listen to sports tears. Look up some New York radio right now. It'd be funny.
My girlfriend was posting, she's from Indiana, and she does not post sports stuff ever, and she posted these stories on her Instagram that were Indiana Pacers. I didn't know they were Indiana Pacers. I checked in, I was like, who kidnapped you? I was like, I think Bruce is in trouble, somebody go get her. Because I'm like, why is this on your page? But apparently she's a Pacers fan. 'Cause
She's from
there.
Indy. Yeah, she's from, that's obvious. Everyone is. It's fun. You get caught up. It has
I
some
guess
of that.
I don't know what it's like to be from a state that has a
Professional team.
Yeah,
and that's why
Yeah.
Cornhuskers are so big here, and they're delusional too.
Babe.
Oh,
Don't say that.
they
Go Skurs.
Matt Rule, he's from Philly. He's a Philly boy. He might not be from there, but he coached there. So
That's the coach.
head coach there. Yeah,
Yeah.
He coached at Temple, where my parents met and fell in love.
Oh.
The NHL. Oh no, the finals. OKC, best team in the league all year round, going up against these pesky Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam. I'm excited. It should be a fun game. First time none of these franchises have won, so you'll have a new time winner. So that's always exciting.
This is the hockey.
No, this is still basketball. Pacers, Thunder, and let's go Pacers. Let's go with them.
So last night, Terrence was watching the recap of a hockey game.
Oh yeah, that was fun. The Panthers put a beat down on the Oilers. Oh
Did
my
they?
God, 6-1.
Yeah.
Redonkulous.
So I told the kids, I put him in bed, and I said, I'm clocking out. And then I heard him go, you never clocked in. I heard him whisper this. My ears perked up.
First of all, I said that to myself.
And, yeah, but you didn't say it low enough because I heard him say that. And I went running down the stairs. And I was like, what did you say? And he's like, I'm watching the hockey game. I'm like, no. What did you say?
I said you never clocked in as a player because they were like Connor McOverrated.
No, he did not. He was
like Connor
just like,
McOverrated.
no.
He never clocked in.
That's not.
They never clocked in.
Oh,
They
we
got
just
their butt.
happened to say that when I said I'm clocking out.
It's almost like serendipitous.
It was not serendipitous.
Comedic, perfect delivery. You can't make this shit up. It was so good. I was just making fun of Connor.
That's literally not what happened,
Yep,
but okay.
I was.
Yeah.
I was.
So he's watching some
I was.
hockey, and I would love to know if something
Shout out
actually
to Greg
happened with
Cody.
the clock. I don't think anything happened with the clock
But
to make you say that.
this is a rematch of last year's Stanley Cup final. Lord Stanley. You have Florida going up against a Canadian team. Florida.
He's saying it because the first time he said it, he knows I clocked that accent. And then he has to really work out the R.
Also, it's sunny Florida going up against Canada.
Uh-huh.
Where the game was made
Yeah.
Edmonton, Wayne Gretzky.
I think it's.
Fair.
I never would think about hockey in Florida
Florida.
going together ever.
Florida.
It's Florida.
Florida.
I like
Florida.
when you find your Midwest accent. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
What
yeah,
else?
So that's going on.
What's going on?
So, partners out there, it's almost over. Give them some love. Give them some love about their championships happening or not happening or crying. It's into the off season in baseball, and I'm going to tell you, baseball's romantic. So if you're a romantic, get into it, but don't worry about it until September.
Baseball being romantic.
Oh, it's so romantic.
Those are, babe. Those are like things I would never think of. Why is baseball romantic?
Like you have this, sometimes you can have like a 30-year-old getting his cup of coffee, his first cup of coffee.
Okay.
Now, a cup of coffee, that means you're minor league jumping to the major league, right? So it's like a cup of coffee here.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, that's what they call it. And maybe they get a pinch hit, and their first hit is a walk-off home run. Or maybe it's a walk-off dribbler. That's 38 feet, and it gets between the pitcher and the first baseman, and the guy runs home and scores. It's just, that's like something romantic, isn't it? Their first at bat wins the game. I don't know.
Oh my God, that's why I fell in love with you. You can really spin
Baseball's
some
romantic.
shit. You can really spin
There's
some
always
shit.
something happen and never, that's never happened before.
I think of, babe. When I think of baseball and romance, I think of Field of Dreams.
Talk about it. Come on.
I think about Never Been Kissed. And her first kiss was on the baseball field at the high school game.
I can still smell the dusty Little League parking lot from my youth. With those kerosene-soaked telephone poles marking parking spots.
You're amazing. I love that. Oh my God. I got lost in his eyes. Okay, what are we talking about?
We are going to be moving in. And babe, I'm going to really need to sell. Because we are in the doldrums of summer here.
Yeah.
You're going to have to sell us. How can we support and get into these reality TV shows? Like, what's going on?
Well, summer's the perfect time for that.
Oh, talk
Summer's
about
the
it.
perfect time for that because right now Love
that when-
Island
Woo!
Love Island is back on the air. Now, Terrence and I did watch a season of Love Island a couple of seasons back, like the first one, Ariana Madix. Did we watch her? Yeah, that was the first one that we watched all the way through. We did not know. The first U.S. one we watched all the way through.
So this is the British show that we watched.
We
I love.
watched
this was
the
funny.
UK one.
That was hilarious.
And we thought, there's like 20 episodes. And we were talking to some bartenders that we know. And they were like, oh, yeah, we watched this show too. And we're like, great. So it should be ending soon, right? Because we're on like episode 20. And they're like, no. There's 67 episodes in a season.
Again, that statistic might not be real. We don't know.
I do know for sure. There was 67 I think so. But we were like, excuse me, what? And the show airs every single day. So I think it's a little bit different in the U.S. It's not as many episodes. But we're going to start watching the new U.S. drop together because we did enjoy watching it.
Oh,
and
it's so ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. And it's a fun summer watch.
Which is why I think I like the UK version, because it's ridiculous. And then with that accent, and oh my God. And they're so crazy made up with makeup, like over the top, I felt like.
Yeah. For sure.
Pièce de résistance.
What was it? Early days.
Early days.
It's early days.
A bombshell.
Yes. I mean, I really like them, but it is early days. Oh my God. Okay, we are offending everyone in the UK with these terrible accents. But listen, we enjoy the UK Love Island. So we're going to dig into the new one. And I think that that's like easy breezy, low stakes watching. And it's so fun. Also coming back this summer.
Lots of drama.
Lots of drama.
Lots of sex. Sex sells.
Yeah.
Sex sells, all right?
And but this is what we want to pitch.
And we got to start creating bets. We're gamblers.
Yes.
We're dirty, rotten gamblers.
We're from Atlantic City, baby. I love when he giggles. Okay. we wanted to pitch the divorcee version of Love Island.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's people our age. You've been divorced. You have kids. You really don't have time for this shit. You're still good looking. But, like, you've got more at stake, really. You know, like, you go on this show when you're 22 years old, like, I don't even want you guys to be together forever. Like, at that point. You go when you're, like, 42, then I'm like, listen, you're in the fall of your life. You better. The autumn leaves are turning.
I have an Indian summer coming, okay? I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, Terrence is going to be young forever. But that's the pitch. Like, Love Island, I don't know what the version would be. Love Island Elder Millennials, you know, or something like that. Your face when I said elder. Would be so good. That's the show I want to watch.
Yes, because that's us.
Yeah.
We want to be represented.
Representation is important.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun.
And you can still be... I'm going to tell you right now. Terrence and I got together when we were like 38 years old. Okay? I'm still 38. And we were insane. We were partying. We were running through. We were frolicking through meadows and parks. Like, I don't know that they do that on Love Island, but I'm just saying. And we fell in love at the pool, which is what people do on Love Island. We Love Island, and so I just know that.
And it's summertime, baby.
There's a market out there. Okay.
So yeah, Love Island. Give it that's a good one. All right, what's another one?
Real Housewives of OC is premiering July 17th.
I feel like I need to get into an OC. Not an OC. I need to get into a housewife here.
Yes.
Show.
And I feel like OC would be a good one. I think this is season 18 or 19 of OC.
Okay.
OC was the original. The original
one?
Yeah.
And when does it? I think I talked over you. When does it premiere?
July 10th, I think.
All right. Maybe a little history class you can prepare
I'll
for
do a
me
little
coming
OC history. I would love this.
Reasons I will fall in love
with OC. Oh man. Well, this trailer, first of all, it's monumental because they did not do a cast shakeup this year.
What does that mean?
That means that no one got fired.
Okay.
People can get fired from the show if they don't bring a storyline.
Right. Okay, so hold on. So I like where you're going with why they got fired, but I want to stay here real quick.
Yeah.
Why is it monumental that in the 18th or 19th season there hasn't been a shakeup? Is this the first time ever that we have the same cast in back-to-back years in 18 and 19 seasons?
Oh, that's great. That's a great question. Now, it's not the first time. And there has been shakeups in the past, but there was a lot of talk about last season's villain, Tamra, who's been on since maybe not the first season, but one of the first 5 seasons.
Was she in your blind rankings? I'm just trying to remember. Oh, did I not save those?
Tamra was not in my blind rankings. And the girls know I absolutely hate her. So they would never put her there. And so there was conversation about Tamra not being invited back because she was so horrendous last season.
But she
And so then she went on her podcast and she did her whole tearful thing. And it's, oh God, she's so annoying.
Crocodile?
I think, she got diagnosed with,
Oh, Jesus.
yes, she was like,
You should have led with that one.
Yeah. Well, oh no.
It's called crocodile tears and she diagnosed?
No, she's not diagnosed with anything real. She was like, I think I have ADHD. And I'm like, me too, bitch. Like, me too. So does half the world. Like, that does not make you do and say the things that you do and say. She's a horrific liar and a terrible friend. Those things are not related to ADHD. Okay? So I'm not here for any...
You're not here for that.
I'm not here for anything from Tamra.
Gotcha.
Anywho, but she's back on the show, and I really love that they opened up this season with a lie detector test. Like, the trailer just dropped, and so they're doing a lie detector test. Also,
that's fun.
Last year, there was a housewife. I guess they did kind of shake it up, but I forgot that she was on it. A mainstay housewife for OC is Shannon Bedore. We've seen her be married. We've seen her and her husband have a lot of couples therapy. They had a fake funeral for Shannon, and then they got remarried.
Oh.
They did this whole thing so he could appreciate her more by killing her.
Oh, so hold on. She didn't just die. She got killed. In this fake scenario, she had to be killed.
In this fake scenario, she
couldn't just like get killed in a car accident. But no, the husband killed her.
I feel like if they had stayed married, David would have killed her.
I don't know why.
For sure.
It's crazy.
We've seen her weight go up and down, and Shannon is just she's a cuckoo. She's cuckoo.
Cocoa Puffs.
And she was dating this guy named John Jansen. And John was just like, he's like, I don't want to be on the show. But every time Shannon's in a scene, there's John. And he's just miserable, and he's wearing all of his
because he's on the show. He doesn't want to be on the show.
And so Shannon gets drunk one night, and they get into a huge fight. And she gets behind the wheel of her car, and she crashes her car into a house, and her dog's in the car. Shout out to Archie. And John's like, we're done. So they break up. A few months after this, but they break up over this, he says.
Yes.
Well, cut to. John starts dating Alexis Bellino.
And who's that?
Alexis Bellino is also a former cast member from OC.
Oh, now he wants to be back on the show.
Okay, see, you're clocking it. So...
Mr. I don't want to be on the show. Is dating a new... Is she back on? Who's this person?
She was back on last season. They brought her in to poke at Shannon because now she's dating Shannon's ex. Not only this, Alexis's ex, Jim Bellino, once sued Shannon for defamation.
Damn.
So now Alexis is on the show last season. Tamra is on Alexis's side. She's like
Whether
buddy, and this is what makes her a terrible person. She sees that Shannon is in a lot of pain. She knows that Shannon is dealing with her alcoholism, and she's just poking the bear. She's like, Shannon, have you had a drink today? She'll say shit like that, completely unprovoked.
seems like the producers are the ones who are poking the bear here.
You leave those producers alone. That was one of the best seasons of the OC I've ever had in my life.
I mean, I'm just saying, like you bring back somebody who's dating somebody like that.
Yes. And that's the only reason
bada bing,
why.
bada boom.
And Alexis is not only dating John, she's like the worst kind of new girlfriend. She's like, you owe him money. You owe my man money. Johnny J. That's what she kept calling him. She's like, me and Johnny J are getting married. Well, not anymore because they just broke up. Because Johnny J.
In the trailer. This is a jam-packed. Like the season hasn't even started.
The season hasn't even started, and I know that I said that there was no cast shakeup, but I totally forgot that Alexis is not coming back. So there is a shakeup.
So she's not coming back.
Alexis is now out because everyone hated her. Everyone hated her. And they are bringing Tamara back, and now they've also bringing back another original cast member.
Oh, so there's 3 changes.
So
2 changes, 1 change that didn't happen. So nothing.
I spoke too soon.
Okay, nothing what you said, Brian.
The point is, listen, the show's gonna be great this season. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. The main cast members are all there, still there.
So definitely giving me reasons to watch this season.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
And when they open up with a polygraph, I've been waiting for this for years.
Yeah.
Yes.
For years? You've had this listed. You wanted a lie detector test to open up an OC.
This is going to be Christmas morning.
Right.
And Tamara,
Christmas morning,
I don't want it to be one of those things where like the people who I think are telling the truth are the ones lying. That's going to drive me crazy. I need Tamara to be proven to be the liar that we know she is.
I think that's everyone's expecting that. So I think this is going to be what we would call a curveball. And it's actually going to, you're not going to like this. I think everyone that you thought is telling the truth were dirty, rotten scoundrels.
I won't have it.
Dirty RS.
I will
DRS
have, what's it called?
DRS is, that's my name.
I'll have cognitive dissonance. I'll be like, no.
We know you do.
Cut.
That cut was fierce.
And that's really, I mean, like, also the summertime is great for, like, all of those, like, really weird Fox shows. They'll do, like, a weird,
Yeah.
they'll do, like, a, you know, like a, I don't know. They'll just they'll put some shit in a hat and they'll pull out 3 elements. They're like, okay, former celebrities, alligators, hot air balloons. What show can we make out of this? And they'll do some shit like that.
I like it.
I like it too.
Balloons. I'm guessing celebrities stuck up there with minimal amounts of food over a pit of alligators.
Exactly.
With no net.
Exactly. If you think back to your childhood, speaking of like that romance, that baseball romance, when I think of summers in reality TV, like those were the summers that we watched Kelly Clarkson win American Idol, right? Like we all sat around and watched.
No.
Maybe not. I don't know what you guys were doing in New Jersey, but.
No, like that was like Road Rules and Real World, like Challenge, like those ones.
Well, here as a family, we would watch American Idol, and it was a very summer feeling of like Kelly Clarkson winning and us sitting down and like we all, I
was too old for that stuff.
We're the same
age.
No.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right. So this summer I got 2 shows. All right, 2 reality shows.
We're gonna do some Love Island.
Love Island, OC. You sold me.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Let's give it a whirl, sports peep.
We should, before we go.
Oh.
We got a big thing coming up.
Yeah, okay.
It's on Tuesday.
Talk about it.
T and I are starting to do trivia with our good friends at Set the Bar, which is the women's own sports bar in Omaha and Benson. And we are going to, they also have a love of women's sports and reality TV. Like, where else can we watch The Bachelor and WNBA?
I know, the Commissioner's Cup is going on. WNBA. Check it out. It's worth it. Let's go Aces. They've been disappointing.
No.
Lynx and Liberty. Yeah, they look good.
So we're going to be doing that.
The 2 owners of the women's 3-on-3 basketball league are on the Lynx and the Liberty.
And they're doing well.
And they're undefeated. Both
there
teams.
You go.
And there you go. Check it out.
Okay, so we're doing trivia.
Tuesday. Set the bar.
Set the bar. Benson, Omaha.
What time?
6? 7? 6:30? 7?
Come on.
Yeah, we'll post it on our stuff. But it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, we're gonna do sports questions and reality TV show questions, and we're gonna.
It's gonna be this flow. There's gonna be a lightning round where you have to be smart and fast.
We have a lot of ideas.
Better than none. But if you have them.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
That's great. It's good to be back with you.
It's great to be back.
Yeah. All right.
Well, until next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. If you know, you know.
You know just what